This is the new Anambra state, where prudence and economy have become the hallmark of state business. It's not business as usual. Despite its lean resources, the government in place is trying to make every penny count. The government is directing its people to see their resources in the number and quality of services and facilities provided. It's laying the foundation for all future development in all sectors to bring about the much-needed integrated development in education, health, social and economic infrastructure. The government wants this state of firsts to be the first again. Will you help it? Let's join hands to build the Anambra state of our dreams.
Dateline, March 17, 2006, Awka, Anambra State. Peter Obi was sworn in as governor of the state. His vision for Anambra to develop all sectors simultaneously, summed up in the Anambra Integrated Development Strategy, ANIDS.
It's one thing to have a vision, it's another thing to have a strategy for the delivery. ANIDS is a strategy for the delivery of our vision. It is a process that allows us proper planning, budgeting, execution of the plan, supervision, and ensuring delivery of our plan.
8 years later, has Governor Peter Obi's administration performed to par? Has he met his own expectations? Here are the facts, you draw the conclusions. Fact: essentially, he has restored relative peace to the state, creating an enabling environment for inflow of investments and new industries. Fact: he has constructed and rehabilitated over 900 kilometers of roads, giving Anambra perhaps the best rural network of roads in Nigeria. Fact: he has opened up communities with the construction of 28 bridges that have enhanced economic activity across the state. Fact: he has revamped the health sector with the construction of the Anambra State University Teaching Hospital and giving grants to missionary health institutions to enhance service delivery. Now, these institutions have gained accreditation. Fact: he returns schools to the missionaries and still funds them, which has influenced the rise in the standard of education in the state. Fact: he was the first to build 2 mini stadia in the state. Fact: he has built the first state secretariat since the creation of the state. Fact: he has helped light up Anambra, as it were, by distributing over 1,000 transformers throughout the state. Fact: he has cleared the arrears of pensions and gratuities owed by the state since 1996. Fact: he is building 2 major hotels and resource centers at Onitsha and Agulu. And the man is not yet finished. Let's see how he has tried to foster robust communication and ease economic activity among Anambarians by a system of road networks judged to be a regional best in Africa. Anambra State, one of the states south of the Sahara that is committed to achieving the Millennium Development Goals 1 to 8. This it is doing successfully using the framework of the Anambra Integrated Development Strategy, ANIDS. One major Millennium Development Goal, that is A key prerequisite for sustainable development is the ability of rural communities to be accessible or adequately serviced by good roads for the easy movement of people and goods to major towns and markets. Since Governor Peter Obi took over the reins of office, his administration has constructed and rehabilitated over 900 kilometers of roads, and still counting. The major objective here is to build a good network of roads and bridges that will open up access to the outside world for accelerated development, especially for communities that have been locked up for years. The people of Amansi through our family in Awka South are now connected by this new bridge over the Ezo River. When in 2005 the small existing bridge collapsed under heavy traffic, they found it cumbersome accessing the state capital and other parts of the state. Now with this bridge, they have an easy gateway to the state capital, Awka and beyond.
So far for this road, it expand canoe, but now people become down and do well.
To ease the burden of commuting from Imiata to Umueze Anam, the Obi administration awarded the construction of a new road that is 15 kilometers in length. The road, which runs through Otupu River, means that a bridge had to be built over the river, which had cut off communities on either side. With the Otupu River bridge completed and the entire stretch of the 15-kilometer road nearing completion, the people of Imiata can now heave a sigh of relief as they are now connected to their kith and kin. But that is not all, as their farm produce can now be easily evacuated to larger markets.
Predominantly, the people living here, they are farmers. And after farming, first of all, they wouldn't have good farming equipment, so they use hoes and the rest to farm. After farming, although the land is very fertile, they will now suffer to use boats to go through the river to the urban centers like Otuocha and Onitsha to sell their farm products. Sometimes because they can't take their farm products back home, people tend to cheat them. They give them very low prices for their goods, and then at the end of the day, they come back home poor and empty again. So, but with this road, everybody is just praying for the government because they never thought it possible. It's not just that they built road, but the quality of the road.
Aside from the bridge over Otupu River, the completion of the other bridge with stone pitch embankments in Orumba North has provided a link to various communities in the same local government. It has indeed provided a shorter link for the people of Orumba South, who would have had to travel over 90 minutes going through two local governments, Aniocha and Agwata respectively, to get to the state capital. Now with the road completed, the journey takes about 20 minutes.
It is simply wonderful. We've never had it so good. And to go to Apo, from Apo to Agulezi-Chukwu takes you about 2 hours. But I believe after this road has been done, 15 minutes to Agulezi-Chukwu.
The people of Okuna, Nukbaku, are also counting their gains, as the Obi administration has replaced the dangerous triple box culvert with the Bunabo Bridge across the Abibia-Okpuna River. And with the height of the new bridge, the menace of floods on the road during the rainy season will no longer hinder them from their community. This road and bridge also connect communities in Awka North and Awka South.
Normally, last 2 years, this place used to be a hectic area during the rainy season. But now, with this, people have been happy, feeling that by the special grace of God, within some years, it will be a thing of the past.
Another very important road link nearing completion is the Agulezi-Chukwu Ajali Road. The Otaro Bridge, which is on the main alignment, connects two local governments, Agwata and Orumba North. Although still under maintenance, it is being used by the people, giving them the shortest link to each other. To access Lilu Town in Ihiala local government, commuters have had to go through the neighboring state Imo. But with the completion of this beautiful road with large box culvert and drainages on both sides, the people have a different story to tell.
As they don't come do this one, we are very happy for the work. See, before, if we drop for Ihal, if we are from Lagos or from any place, drop for Ihal, and there is no road to lead you to your destination. So if you ask the Okada people, say no road to lead. Just of recent, I think last year, they can complete this one, reach here, Akwalili here.
The Northia Link Road in Njikoka local government provides passageway not only out to the Onitsha-Enugu Expressway without going through Awka, but also provides the road for students to go to school. There are still numerous major road projects ongoing in the state. The Agulu Bypass Road and Bridget project is earnestly under construction. The aim here is to replace the small bridge and dangerous curves on the road, which had in the past caused accidents with fatalities. These twin 105-meter, 12-meter wide bridges, including 2-meter walkways on either side, are being built at a height of over 20 meters, thus giving commuters a good view of the famous Agulu Lake.
Because of the nature of it, it has so many bends. And for that reason, so many accidents used to occur from time to time. With this road, I think there will be a lot of improvement. There will be smooth movement of traffic. And I'm sure it will reduce that menace, that accident.
Everything, we are more safe, even the main road, even the drivers, because the accident were there for a year. Just pray to God, say we'll get a wise people in Nigeria now who know better.
Due to the undulating nature of the terrain, and to further protect the road from being washed away during the rainy season, the line drains are being constructed on both sides of the 3-kilometer stretch. The Ozubulu-Atani Road and Bridget project is underway with the 3 bridges on the alignment already constructed. This 12-kilometer road with various box culverts has retaining walls near the bridges to protect them from erosion. These people are mainly agrarian and will find this project, when completed, a huge relief from their present condition.
This road is one of the worst road or part in Anambra State. But when we got the information that there's a plan to put the road in order, in fact, everybody was excited. We felt very, very happy. And I must tell you that this present government has done a wonderful thing. All right. Very wonderful.
ịdatawo onwe anyị n'afọ ka ụzọ dịla anyị na mma ọgodo ọkada ma moto ọ na-anala anyị ego na nso so nnukwu aṅụrị ka anyị nwere maka ụzọ a na-arụ.
With the numerous road projects ongoing within the state, the Obi administration has taken measures to ensure quality and that the people get value for their money. Governor Obi has insisted that contractors handling their projects sign a maintenance bond of 5 years. This has ensured the good quality of roads seen in the state.
If I the government, like this road, you will sign a bond with the government that you have to maintain this road. If it is a stone-based road, you have to maintain it for 7 years. But if it is a lateritic base road, you maintain it for 5 years. So the maintenance of this road will be done by the contractor for the next 5 years. So if you like, you cheat yourself. If you cheat yourself, you continue working on the road for the next 5 years. So if you do a good job, you go once and for all.
They say health is wealth. How true. The maxim health is wealth holds true in Anambra State, as people need qualitative healthcare delivery to enjoy the developmental strides and projects being embarked upon by the state. In this wise, the Obi administration has converted the Anako General Hospital into what is now the Anambra State University Teaching Hospital. This complex, located in the heart of the state capital, is the new pride of Anambra. With functional state-of-the-art facilities in the Accident and Emergency Center, Surgery, Pathology Center, Intensive Care, plus other integrated healthcare centers. These facilities are presently providing treatment to patients not only from Anambra but from the adjoining states like Kogi and Enugu, whose communities border Anambra State. Occasionally, foreign medical missions have come using the facilities in treating patients. The complex also serves the Anambra State University in its medical program.
This place offers various forms of treatment for most orthopedic problems. We have 3 orthopedic surgeons. I'm one of them manning this place. So most of the orthopedic problems that would have taken most of our indigents out of the state or out of Nigeria are being managed in this setup. We also have other specialties in surgeries. We have 2 general surgeons. We have 3 urologists. We have 1 ear, nose, and throat surgeon. We have 5 gynecologists and obstetricians. We have a pediatric surgeon, 1 of them. We have we have 2 plastic surgeons. So you can see that if you, for example, if you use surgery to judge, you find out that almost all scopes of surgeries are covered in this hospital.
In the Onitsha and Umuleri General Hospitals, the story is the same. The government has intervened with the provision of new facilities and equipment. There is now a dialysis center at the General Hospital, Onitsha. This is Northia Psychiatric Hospital, which now wears a new look with the building of new offices and accommodation for patients. To further enhance primary healthcare delivery, the state government has partnered with various religious bodies that have already established hospitals. To this end, the Obi administration set aside grants worth billions of naira given directly to select missionary healthcare institutions. The money is provided to improve infrastructure for accommodation of staff and students and accredited programs. In the past, the state had distributed medical equipment valued at over 135 million to 105 government and mission healthcare facilities across the state. One of such benefiting missions is the Iyenu Hospital, Ogidi, Udemili North Local Government Area, which is over 100 years old in providing primary healthcare to the people. Historically, it was the first school of midwifery east of the Niger and has delivered many prominent Anambarians, including Emeka Yoko. To keep up the standard of churning out qualified midwives and nurses, the institution has built office and classroom complexes, theaters, and doctors' quarters, and is now capable of training 100 midwives and nurses yearly.
They came in and they saw healthcare as something that should be done for the masses, and they then saw us, mission institution, especially old ones such as us, as collaborators in the provision of healthcare services, because we do not serve people from the moon. The people who serve here are actually Anambra State's indigents.
Our Lady of Lourdes Ihiala has been able to use the grant from the state government to build the Madonna Hostel for School of Midwifery, the Immaculate Heart Hostel for the School of Nursing, and the Hostel for the School of Medical and Laboratory Sciences, which is nearing completion.
Just recently, 3 gigantic structures have been also erected in the same direction to provide hostel admission for the students of medical laboratory, students of nursing, students of midwifery. And these have helped a great deal in promoting the school to the highest. In fact, the school is the best in the whole federation.
The St. Joseph Hospital at Ezinuku has built with its grant a general outpatient building wing and 2 hostels for the School of Nursing and School of Midwifery. Also, the state government has built the Dr. Winlow Heart Center. The people are looking forward to when the center will be fully operational and they can have the best heart care.
Previously, people from the environment somehow, old place always weaken the interest of the people. They always want new places. And so, being an aged hospital, people then were not that patronizing coming to assess their health here. But through the intervention of the government and the projects going on, it started creating interest in the hearts of the people. And if you go out and into the world, you can also see, even though the structures are not completely ready to render service to the people, but that impact of coming in of the government has already created in the minds of the people that something is going on and that will really help them. And they are coming, at least still making use of the old structures within. They are assessing their health.
With funds from the state government, St. Charles Borromeo School of Nursing, Fege, Onitsha, is building a 4-story complex that will house the School of Nursing and its hostel. It has already built befitting doctors' quarters and is currently building more staff quarters within the facility. This magnificent facility is the ultra-modern maternity complex within the Holy Rosary Specialist Hospital and Maternity, Waterside, Onitsha. The healthcare complex also has a new building for a school of midwifery, which will be put to use as soon as the overhead water tank is completed. Also under construction and nearing completion is the Pharmaceutical Diagnostic Center.
But you can see right behind me, this 3-story building, maternity complex, housing the clinic, the delivery area, the postnatal area, the children ward. So it has given a real positive impact to the output of the hospital. Yes, we've been known for quality and standard services, but now you have more accommodation, more room for effective services and proper treatment.
One thing is evident. With the upgrading of the schools of nursing and midwifery owned by the missions, it's just a matter of time before Anambra State starts to export highly qualified nurses and midwives to other parts of the country. Convinced that the loss of treasured values and discipline was as a result of government taking over missionary schools, the Obi administration returned 1,040 schools to the Catholic and Anglican missions. He also disbursed funds to each of these institutions for them to, on their own, upgrade their facilities for a better standard of education. Going around the schools, one can see the huge improvements in the facilities and amenities in these institutions. The Obi administration has also impacted positively on tertiary institutions. The Anambra State University, now called Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, in its Igbariam campus, has benefited from this administration, as some of the faculties now have new blocks: the Faculty of Law, Agriculture, and the Department of Mass Communications. Not left out are some new quarters to house lecturers. The Obi administration has facilitated 2 new hostels being built by the Central Bank of Nigeria, and recently he doled out 5 billion naira to the institution for continued infrastructural development. This is the College of Agriculture, fitted with new classroom blocks, new laboratories, new male and female hostels, and the renovation has just started. From roads and bridges, integrated healthcare infrastructure to qualitative education, These are in the reckoning of discerning observers, snippets of the vision of the man and his administration, implemented through the instrumentality of ANIDS. And the story continues. Let the facts speak for themselves.